Young and the Restless Spoilers reveal the tension as the main characters face a series of unforeseen events. From accusations, dark secrets, to mysterious disappearances, each character is gradually drawn into a spiral of suspicion and danger. The encounter between Mariah, Tessa Porter, and Ian Ward. Mariah and Tessa Porter, a strong couple but always facing challenges from the past, do not expect that fate will bring them to encounter Ian Ward, a scheming and dangerous man. Ian used to be Mariah's nightmare, the man who manipulated her for many years. This confrontation leaves Mariah haunted by old memories, while Tessa tries to keep her spirit up to protect the person she loves. In an unexpected meeting at the Crimson Lights Cafe, Ian appears with a sinister smile and suggestive words. He claims that he has changed, but Mariah does not believe him. "You haven't changed. A snake is still a snake," she said, her eyes sharp as daggers. Tessa stood beside her, holding Mariah's hand as if to give her strength. Ian, with a calm demeanor, smiled faintly. "Mariah, you can't hide from the past forever. One day, you will need me." This confrontation not only stirred up fear in Mariah's heart, but also forced Tessa into a choice. Should she intervene more deeply or keep her distance to let Mariah deal with her pain on her own? Disturbing news about Sharon Newman. Meanwhile, Nick Newman received shocking news. Sharon Newman, the woman he once loved, and the mother of his children, was still missing. Hours of hopeless waiting sent him into a state of panic. At the Newman house, Nick rushed in, his face tense. Nikki and Victor Newman, his parents, immediately realized that something was wrong. Nick gasped, his voice choked with emotion. "Sharon still hasn't come back. The police just reported that they found her car in the river." Nikki and Victor were both stunned. Nikki put her hand to her mouth, and Victor, the tough guy, couldn't hide his concern. Nick continued, "Someone saw Sharon's car go over that bridge where Heather Stevens was found. But there was no sign of her." Sharon's disappearance not only disrupted Nick's life, but also put more stress on the Newman family than ever. Nikki, despite her personal struggles, promised her son, "We will find Sharon, no matter what." Victor, as usual, stepped up to take on the role of protecting the family. "I will not let anyone in this family get hurt. Sharon will come back, and I will make sure of it." Victor Newman and his promise to protect Nikki. At the same time, Victor Newman was facing a challenge of his own. Nikki, his wife of many years, is in danger from the enemies of the Newman family. Victor, despite being busy with work and power intrigue, still devotes all his resources to protecting Nikki. During a conversation at the Newman Manor, Victor takes Nikki's hand and says, "I won't let anyone hurt you, Nikki. You've suffered enough." Victor's promise is not only a guarantee but also a profound expression of his love and responsibility for Nikki. But can he keep this promise when danger is still lurking? Billy Abbott and the shocking accusation. In another development, Billy Abbott, a man full of contradictions, makes a shocking accusation against Phyllis Summers. At the Society restaurant, Billy approaches Phyllis with a serious expression. When Phyllis tries to say that she wants to let go of everything related to Sharon to focus on work, Billy doesn't believe her. "It sounds like you're trying to convince yourself more than me," Billy said, his eyes boring into Phyllis. Phyllis, not wanting to be overpowered, replied, "Billy, you should support me. I'm trying to rebuild Chancellor and get the company back on track. That's what we need to do, right?" Billy didn't stop there, however. He accused Phyllis of hiding something. "Phyllis, I know you. You're not one to give up easily. You're hiding something, and I'm going to find out." With Sharon's mysterious disappearance, the tense confrontation between Mariah, Tessa, and Ian, and the intrigues and accusations surrounding Billy and Phyllis, the story in Genoa City becomes increasingly complicated. Will these mysteries be solved, or will they create a new series of turmoil for the characters? Their next journey will bring many surprises, but one thing is certain: no one can escape the vortex of the past and the consequences it brings. The plot twists, as the dark past once again threatens the present happiness. Ian Ward, the man who once caused pain to Mariah Copeland, now reappears, this time to confront her entire family, a dramatic and tense moment in the park. Ian Ward appears, an unexpected encounter. The morning at the park seems peaceful as Mariah and Tessa Porter take their young daughter, Aria, for a walk in the bright yellow sunlight. They chat about their upcoming plans, happiness filling every word. But that peace is quickly broken when Ian Ward, the man who has haunted Mariah's life, appears from the shade of a nearby tree. With a familiar yet sinister smile, Ian slowly walks towards them. "This little angel must be Aria," he says, his eyes fixed on the girl's carriage. Mariah immediately moved to stand between Ian and her daughter, her eyes blazing with anger. "Not one step closer, Ian," she growled, her hands gripping the handle of the carriage as if to protect Aria from any danger. Ian, his voice soft but calculating, tried to sound apologetic. "Mariah, my soul is crying out for redemption. I've done wrong things, and if you give me just a moment, maybe I can make that journey." But Mariah didn't let Ian's words sway her. With an unflinching expression, she replied coldly, "You deserve to rot in a cell. No one needs you to atone." Seemingly unaware of the hatred in Mariah's eyes, Ian turned his attention to Tessa, who was still standing next to him but trying to stay calm. "Tessa, how are you? I hope you're doing better," he asked, his tone sincere but still chilling. Tessa nodded, replying briefly but meaningfully, "I'm better, and as hard as it may be to believe, I think I owe you a debt of gratitude." Ian chuckled, as if this was the answer he'd been expecting. "It must have been God's plan," he said, his tone reeking of manipulation. "He arranged for me to be there, just in time to save you. I was just doing what he wanted." Mariah immediately interjected, her voice sharp, "God wants nothing to do with you, Ian. Don't use holy words as tools for your evil." Mariah was furious, "Don't touch my family." Realizing the situation was getting tense, Mariah turned to Tessa. "Take Aria to another area," she said, her eyes pleading and determined. Tessa looked at Mariah for a moment, understanding that her wife wanted to protect her family from Ian in her own way. Not wanting to argue, Tessa quickly took Aria away, leaving Mariah to face Ian directly. With the two of them alone, Mariah's long-suppressed anger exploded. "Who do you think you are to show up here and act innocent? Don't talk to my wife, and don't look at my daughter," she shouted, her voice echoing throughout the park. Ian tried to keep his composure, but he was clearly taken aback by Mariah's firmness. "Mariah, I don't mean any harm. I just want to make amends." "Make amends?" Mariah interrupted, her eyes as sharp as knives. "What you call making amends is just an excuse to come into our lives. Stay away from my family, or I swear to God, I will kill you." Mariah's statement made the air freeze. Ian took a step back, his face a mixture of shock and anger. Though he tried to keep his composure, he couldn't hide his defeat at Mariah's fierce determination. "Mariah, I understand you're angry. But I have no intention of harming you or your family. I just want a chance to make amends," Ian began, but Mariah didn't let him finish. "Stop lying, Ian. You'll never change, and I won't let you hurt anyone else I love." She pointed toward the path leading out of the park. "Leave now, before I do something you'll regret." After Ian left, Mariah stood there for a long moment, trying to regain her composure. When Tessa returned with Aria, she held her daughter tightly to her chest, as if to reassure herself that she would never let anyone, not even Ian, hurt her family. Tessa puts her hand on Mariah's shoulder and whispers, "We'll be fine. He can't hurt us." But they both know that Ian's presence is no coincidence. He's back, and this could signal a new threat lurking. From the park, Mariah and Tessa take Aria home, but they still have unease in their hearts. The happiness they have now is the result of hard work and love, but now it is threatened by the darkness of the past. Will Ian retreat, or will he continue to find ways to infiltrate their lives? The confrontation between Mariah, Tessa and Ian at the park is not only a clash between the present and the past, but also a test of the strength of this small family. Subscribe to Yonder to update the latest news on our channel.